Hello my friends, I hope everyone's well. I am making this video because I don't really like waste, and whenever I have planted potatoes and harvested them, I am always left over with tiny little potatoes. Small potatoes that I really can't use in cooking because they are too small, and I don't really want to throw them out. So I did an experiment. What happens if I actually plant these things? Why should I throw them out? Why do I have to plant big potatoes? Why can't I use the leftovers and the ones that I am supposed to discard? So that's what I did. I took tiny potatoes, I put them in pots, depending on their size. If they were about that size, I would plant them deeper. If they were tiny like marbles, I would plant them closer to the surface. I did these vases here with them, and I'm going to harvest them and see what happens, because I have had the potatoes have grown, they've turned yellow, they've fallen off. I was meant to do this last month, but I'm going to do it now. So let's have a look at what they have. See if I can get an awning. Let me use this one. Oh, it's quite windy. Let's see if I can use these. There we go. There we go. Nice and secure. Right, see which ones we can take. I think we can start from the very first one here. And let's see what this looks like inside there. Okay, let's bring the camera closer. I had some flowers in here which have disappeared, except for this one. And I also planted some onions to try and keep this protected, from bugs and stuff. Just see if I can use the. Oh, I can already see some of them. So this is the old. That's the sort of thing I was talking about. I really don't like to throw these out. Just my nature. That goes away. There's another one. Look at the size of this one. That's nice. That's awesome. Wow, look at that. Geez, even before I've turned this over, they're all lying here on the surface. Amazing. What's this here? It's amazing, huh? Even I'm surprised. Look at the size of this one. My goodness. Something's happened here. So I'll just get my onion out of here as well. This wasn't really meant to be eaten, but it will be. Nice specimen. There's some more potatoes. So let me try and get this thing out upside down here. Let's see what's in here. Right. There's another one. I think that's it. Oh, here's another small one. What's in here? Because these were very small potatoes, when I planted them closer to the surface. I think with the other vases, I planted them slightly deeper because I had one or two that were bigger than average. There's nothing else here. So, nothing else here. I don't think. Yep. Nothing else here. So let me go get a tray. And let's have a look here. So from the tiny little potatoes, like this, I got this lot. Which is much better than I'd hoped. So now I know what to do with the tiny little ones that are left over. I'll do the other vases now. Hi, so I had to delay because it got too windy and I wasn't able to carry on with the exercise. I decided to wait to see if the wind would stop, but it didn't. So I have moved the exercise over here. I am behind this hedge and that protects us from the wind, so I think I can carry on, and I hope the mic is working okay. Right, this is from the first container, the first pot or vase, as we say here, and we're going to start with the second one. So just get rid of the mulch. Well, there's one right here. Right, I hope to be quicker with this one. There's another one. Oh, look at the shape of this one. Doesn't matter. I think that one's a little bit green. Must have been exposed to some sunlight. There's another one. These are red potatoes. They're called Desiree. Not even digging. These seem to be all on the surface again. Oh, it seems to be a little bit. There's a tiny one. Let's see if I can get this onion out of here. Lovely, hey? Number two. As I said, I only use the onions to offer slight protection from the bugs. There's another one. They all seem to be near this. Oh, hang on a second. There's more here. And I'm going to have to turn this over. Just to be sure that there's nothing underneath there. There's another one. I planted them at different levels. I can see at the bottom there's just roots. There should be potatoes here as well, no? No. The potato skin. So I think that's it. Yeah, okay. Some more in here. It's a bit green. I think some of these must have been exposed to sunlight. Okay, I'm going to get the next one. Okay, for brevity's sake, I've gone through the other two pots, and this is the harvest. I'm going to hover over this so you can actually have a quick look. It is not bad at all for those 4 pots over there, having been sown with potatoes like this, these small ones here, to have given us a harvest like that. So I am pretty pleased with the outcome. From these little things, I got all this, and I'm going to keep these again. I'm not going to chuck them out like what I used to do before. I'm going to keep them. I'm going to wait for them to chit again, and I'm going to replant them in the same vases once I've actually amended the soil. So we just go round and round again. Incidentally, those pots only had potatoes about at this level. Upwards, the top half of the pots, they all only had potatoes in the top half. The bottom half only had roots, so I don't even think you need such deep pots. But it worked. I'm going to do it again with those tiny little potatoes as seedlings, as seeds. Well, that's it. So much for the experiment. If you liked it or you learned something, give me a like. It helps the video to get shared out. It helps the channel to get promoted. I'll be doing other videos later on the status of my veggie beds, which you see at the back there. And then I'm going to do one more on a small orchard I have at the back beyond that, in that little area over there. So just want to let you go with a nice look at the view that I have here. It's wonderful to work here with this kind of view. Have a good weekend. Cheers, everyone.